All right, guys, we're gonna do a little unboxing and review on the AI Aqua Illuminations Nero 3 submersible pump wave maker. Super excited for this. We are currently running the Higer wave maker. It's one of their like miniature models. I think you can get a smaller one, but this is one of the smallest. It has a flow rate of 6,000 liters per hour. This is the controller here. And the only reason I'm upgrading, there's just not a ton of adjustability. So with the Higer, you have a constant stream, a pulse setting, a nutrition, like a wave nutrition setting, and then the random setting, which I use random, but the problem is the random goes from the lowest all the way up to 100. Sometimes that 100 is just too much. I've tried different settings, moved it around, but ultimately I just want some more adjustability, which is what this will give us. So let's dive in. All right, so on the front of the box, we have our beautiful labeling and pump. The back shows you kind of what's all included. You got your controller, which the beauty of this pump is it's on the app, which I have a Aqua Illumination light. So my light and this pump will be on the same app, same interface. So that should work pretty nice together on the app. So this pump is rated for 2.5 to 60 plus gallons. And this just shows the other generations of the Neros, but this is the smallest one. So yeah, if you have a smaller tank, if I'm correct, you can put this down to like 1% or 5% or whatever percentage you want to work for your tank. So let's crack it open and see what we got. Just crack here open and give you the first look. How's it look? Not too crazy. All right, we pull that out, and then inside we have our components. I was looking at other reviews. This pump comes with a very long cord, and it's a pretty thin cord. The pump itself is pretty small, pretty narrow. Looks super sleek, looks good. Then this is the controller, which compared to the other controller in there, it's like a big box. So that'll be easy to hide. We'll do all the adjustments and actually control it on the app. So we've got a quick start guide. So this, I guess, is like a little holder for this controller. If you want to mount it on your cabinet or mount it somewhere using this stuff here, probably won't do that. So we got the magnet for inside the tank that your pump will actually go on, and then this is for outside the tank, I think. Yep. And we got all that wire. This one, it's pretty cool. You can kind of angle it in different ways if you want it to be facing down, facing up, facing more to the side. You know, you have a little bit more adjustability there with where the power head is actually facing. So that's nice. I guess that guard literally just sits on the back. That's interesting. You'd think it would like clip on and be more secure, but I don't really like the big guard on it, so let's double check. Yeah, I don't want that on there. If you get too close, that's your own problem. No, I think it'll be fine without this. So we're gonna leave the guard off for now. We might add it back later. Let's go plug this in and see if we can get it going. All right, first things first, let's take the old pump out. Just take our magnet off. Throw that in your pocket. So she did well. There she is. Little small little thing. Here, let me show you the comparison. So here is our comparison. So the AI is actually more big around. So overall, it's actually a little bigger, but ooh. So she's done well. She worked very hard. But we got the new girl in town here. She's gonna take over. And then we got our big bulky controller. So we're gonna put this away. We'll clean the old pump. Probably soak it in vinegar, clean it real good, and just set it aside if we need it for a rainy day, because it's still a great pump. Sorry, I got so excited I missed this box. So this is, I guess, just the power supply. So there's the standard plug-in, but that's pretty neat. I guess if you live somewhere else that has like different, or if you live here, you just have some weird little outlets. You can plug this into multiple different outlets. That's pretty cool. Here we go. I'm gonna put it pretty much where the old one was. For right now, we'll get it up and running, play around with the settings, and then I'll probably move it around. I would like to try putting it on the back wall and see if I can get proper flow like that, because it would be nice to get it off the glass. Her maiden voyage. I'm gonna go a little bit lower because when I turn it on, I think it's pretty sure it turns on like full blast, so we don't shoot water up and over out the tank. All right, so we have our power plugged in, got everything plugged in here. So let's turn it on and see what happens here. Looking good. But I'm gonna try to show you the app and see if I can pop that up on the screen and show you what the app looks like and show you how I'm connecting it. All right, so this is the screen you get when you open the app. Just hit the plus sign and you'll select your existing tank, the aqua top. As you can see, the Nero is there waiting to be connected. Just select it and hit next. Then this takes just a few seconds to connect and the setup will be complete. So once that's set up, just go to your main screen and select your tank. You have a dashboard here where you could do a few quick options, turn the pump on or off, go into feed mode. Go over to lighting. You can go in and fully customize your AI light. Go to flow, and this is what I currently have it on. I just have random set for the entire day, which the tank seems pretty happy with this setting alone, but I'm gonna play around with it a lot more. As you can see, you can pick a wave mode and drag it over, and you can really do that however many times you want. Change the times throughout the day, make all the settings custom, and really just make the entire schedule for your pump. So overall, I think the Nero 3 paired with the AI app is awesome, super easy to use, and I feel like this can be applied to any aquarium and probably work very well. All right, so we got the AI Nero 3 up and running. Spent the last 30 minutes, I've moved it around a couple times, kind of tinkered with the settings. That's where we currently have it. Kind of nice that we don't have anything on the glass anymore. I really like that the most. So I'm gonna play with it some more. Hopefully I can dial in the flow, and we'll tinker around with it until we find its permanent home. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing and I guess partial review. Stay tuned for the next video. Once we find its permanent home in the tank and tinker with the settings, I'll have some more input on it. Then we'll also do a tank tour, show you all the corals and fish, and give you a rundown of all that. So like and subscribe.